Hi, we're in the kitchen once again, and today I'm gonna be making drinks based off of D&D monsters, but this time I'm making it based off of new or updated monsters in the new monster manual. Disclaimer, I am not sponsored by Wizards of the Coast, however, I do have early access to the materials, but this video is not sponsored. So, let's just get into it. It's okay if you laugh a little bit.
Trying so hard not to.
By the way, my friend is here off camera to be my camera crew / assistant. Also, just because I probably shouldn't get drunk alone in my kitchen at 10 p.m. First monster that we're gonna do is called the Death Dog. It's not a new monster, but the stats and the lore is a little bit updated. On the outside, it's a two-headed dog that's kind of decaying and ghastly, you know. But what they do is when they bite you, they inflict a poison. And this poison is called Milady. I don't know why it's called Milady, and that's really just what caught my eye, and I thought it was kind of funny. So we're gonna do it. This one's gonna be kind of orange and deserty, because the Death Dogs, their home is in the desert. My fridge is yelling at me. Oh, I got mayonnaise in it. Ew. I've decided that this drink is gonna be orange and really gross. Cool thing about the updated stats for the I'm gonna make a rim. Delicious. So, we're bringing it all together because this is gonna be poison for me. It fits in with the Death Dog because if you fail the con save, you are poisoned, obviously. But with this new one, which I think is so much cooler and I think it's so much more fun, if you fail sequential con saves, your max HP actually permanently goes down by 5 points or 1d10, depending on what the DM wants. Permanently, forever. Yummy! See, it looks like a bone. Ooh, she's fizzing. Yum! Just enough room for vodka. Okay, that looks kind of fun. It's a bit murky. I'm gonna vomit tonight. Before I take this drink, this signifies me being poisoned by the Death Dog. And let me tell you, if you roll a d6, there's a table on what my symptoms could be. Your flesh could rot, you could start itching like you have fleas, you could start getting bite marks all over your body with not being bitten. There's a lot of cool things. So if you've been poisoned and if you're sick for multiple days, what a cool roleplay type thing. Oh, smelling it was... Can you give me a countdown?
3, 2, 1.
Okay, that's not that bad.
I'm so shocked.
That's actually not that bad. What? How did that work? How does that work? What? Oh, I need to name this drink. Death by Milady. The Death Dog inspired drink. So we're off to a great start. I'm already feeling nauseous. I can feel it gurgling around in there. Shout out to my friend for being such a trooper and holding the mic right there just with her two hands. Moving on to the next one, the Nothic. In the previous edition, the Nothics were cursed by stumbling into Lich's lairs for forbidden knowledge and things, and if you were cursed, within 3 days you would turn into a Nothic and you would forget all of your memories and you start losing all your hair and your face would turn into a big eye. It's super gross. Super body horror, which is really cool, but also makes me really uncomfortable because these creatures used to be human and they used to be scholars. I'm using kind of a potion bottle to signify that they used to be wizards. Before I get into the lore while I'm making this, I want it to signify the big eye that the Nothics have. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a pretty simple gin and tonic. What's cool about these Nothics is that it doesn't specify that they have to be cursed from a Lich's lair. It only specifies that this is what happens for scholars who seek forbidden knowledge and they learn forbidden knowledge. You know how when you learn something that you really don't want to learn, you have to have an existential crisis for a couple days? I feel that's what happens, but for wizards who learn the secrets to the universe, you know? Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. What's even scarier about this Nothic is they have this stair, previously only 30 feet. Like, it was only a 30-foot range. Now, 120 feet. The Nothic could be like scrounging around and going like in like a little library. If your party's just walking around and then a Nothic just kind of like turns its eyeball onto you, like it's up on like a little library thing and it turns its eye onto you, and it can immediately learn something about you. Like it because its thirst for knowledge turned it into this, it's constantly still searching for knowledge. So the Nothic also has this thing called the Rotting Gaze, which once again can also be done now from 120 feet. It could be from far away and it could just look at you and then your skin starts peeling off. What? That's so scary. Imagine that. Once again, body horror with this monster? Insane. That looks so cool. Oh my god. If that isn't the Nothic, I don't know what is. Okay, I need to come up with a name for this drink. Okay, yeah, I know it doesn't look like I drank that much, but I'm just gonna leave it there, because, well, funny enough, we have an orange theme. Name TBD.
Nothing like it. I don't know.
That's great. This drink is now called the Nothing Like It. For the third and final drink, this is going to be an homage to all the fungi, fungus, in the new monster manual. Specifically, the violet fungus Necro Hulk. Funny enough, in my first ever D&D campaign, which my friend was there for, like first ever session, first ever anything, it was a one-shot, I used a bunch of violet fungus in a cave. Oh, that's fun. I like that. I'm gonna make a little hat, look at that. Oh, that rhymed. It's basically a zombie. I don't think it's technically like a corpse, it's more like just like a bunch of decayed things. But if they inhabit a bunch of them, they can become like a big hulking creature of fungus and gross things. Yeah, in the picture there's like a bunch of skulls in it and it's like purple fungus like mixed all around in it. It's very cool, it's super cool, I love it. Also, what's cool about the violet fungus for this one, if it comes into your space or if you come into its space, it can kind of like engulf you. And when it moves, you move with it. I'm using pickle juice and I made the pickle into a little violet fungus. So anyways, when my friend came over, I was like, I don't think you've ever seen me drunk before. And what was your answer?
Every time we play D&D.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, hey, now that looks so freaking cool. Can you see it?
It's purple.
Wonderful. So yeah, I'll just take a sip of this. Oh my god. I forgot it's pickle juice and rum. That is rancid. Like the purple fungus. I'm gonna take a little sip, okay? Yummy. That is so bad. I can like feel it. So for our final drink, there's a new monster in the monster manual. I know I've been going over previous monsters, but there is a new monster in the monster manual called the Blob of Annihilation. And if you've been keeping up to date, I'm pretty sure you've seen the artwork for this, you've kind of seen it. It's another ooze, and it's kind of like purpley, bluish. Oh, I'm gonna add sparkles and stuff because it's to signify how it's formed is it's formed of the corpses of gods. So that's really cool. And it has magic resistance. I feel like a great way to use this in your D&D campaign rather than just like having to fight this, because I feel like fighting oozes can be a little bit monotonous. The Blob of Annihilation, it destroys and it consumes everything in its path. So, of course, I'm going to consume all of the ones. So what I'm trying to say, but really badly, is use this in your D&D campaign as a plot device. The quest adventure begins by a town has already been annihilated by the Town of Annihilation. That could be how one of the players becomes one of the party members, like they're setting off on an adventure, or that's how the party members come together. I don't know about you, but I think this screams Blob of Annihilation. And before I take a gulp of this, just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along for this ride. I hope you enjoyed and had a laugh or two at my expense. Yeah, so bottoms up, I think. There's strong notes of pickle in there. I wonder I can feel the heartburn and nausea coming along swimmingly. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for all the patrons that are scrolling up the screen now. I appreciate you so much. You help make this possible. So thank you. I actually really do appreciate you all. Thank you so much to all my patrons. On my Patreon, I, along with posting extra videos and bloopers, I am making calendar pages with my own monsters, of my own original monsters of my own design on there. So this is for February, it's coming up. So if you want to get that, sign up for my Patreon and get that. It's really fun. Also, my shop's down there. I've decided to open that up again just for funsies. Like, subscribe, and if you watch the video to the end, put a little drink in your comment. It could be an alcoholic drink. It could be a non-alcoholic drink, but put a little drink emoji in your comment just so that I know you watched it to the end. And I will see you in the next one.